you own a business and you use Instagram and you want to generate more leads and more sales using your Instagram for your business, watch this video. Today we're going to be covering all of the different things that you could do on Instagram, from posting reels to posting stories to DMs, and ranking them into different tiers as to how effective they are in terms of generating sales and generating leads. Now, again, I want to be very clear here. This video is not how to be famous on Instagram, how to go viral on Instagram, how to get more views. That's a totally different story, and we'll cover that a little bit later in the video. If you're trying to do that, honestly, you might want to ask this guy. He's got 150 million views. It's a true story, and he still doesn't pay rent, so doesn't make a big difference when it comes to income. Let's get into it. Posting consistent organic content. This might be incredibly controversial. I'm going to ask you 3 questions because it's really going to depend on your answer to those 3 questions as to which tier it goes into. Are you good at it? Does it bring you joy? Is it bringing in new customers? If the answer is no to these, or it's no to 2 out of the 3 of these, D tier. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy. You're wasting your effort. Spend time with your family. Don't do that. The answer is yes. It brings you joy. You like doing it. It's bringing in new customers. You're good at it. A tier. Keep doing it. Go for it. You know what I mean? Who am I to tell you to stop doing it? That's A tier. But that's hard to do. It's difficult to do. I've had organic posts on this page that have gotten upwards of 5,000 likes. They do not bring me new business. My ad has brought me a ton of new business. Now, let's talk about that next. Running ads with no strategy. C tier. Why? I almost wanted to put it in the D tier, I'm not gonna lie, because you are kind of just throwing money out. But at the end of the day, I have seen pretty terrible creatives actually generate some traction in terms of engagement, which can convert into business. Now it's a low C. If you're posting ads with no strategy, it's a low C. A lot of times I'll see just real bad creatives, and you don't want to put money behind a bad creative. Why would you do that? You have a great business, you want to present it in a great light, you're going to spend money on this ad. Put some time into it. Make it look nice. Make sure there's a structure behind it. Make sure there's a call out behind it. Okay, so speaking of structure and call out and all that, running ads with a strategy. S tier. S tier. Why is this? Because all of the views that you are generating, if you have a correct strategy, are going to be local. If you have a strategy to turn that local attention into paying customers and sales, what are we talking about? S tier. S tier. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, okay. All right. This is gonna be a hot topic. This is one I've been dying to get off my chest, actually, because I see so many of you doing it, and it hurts my heart and my soul, because you're either spending your time or your hard-earned money on these graphic posts, these Canva graphic posts. And again, look, this is nothing wrong with I love Canva. Canva's great. Canva's awesome. But the attention on social media is not on graphic posts. It's on video. It is shifted to video. Pretty much every platform has shifted to short form video. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Short form video is where the attention's at. When you're scrolling, if you run an ad as a graphic, no one's going to look at it. If you keep posting graphic posts, some people keep posting the same graphic posts. I just want to tell them, no, don't do that. If anything, it's just annoying. You know what I mean? Here's what I'll say about graphic posts. If you're going to do a graphic post, do it as a carousel and make it meaningful. Don't just put call now. If you just put call, like what, that's not going to do anything. I'm sorry, that's not going to do anything. People are going to swipe right past that graphic that you spent a couple of hours making. I love to see that you're putting in the effort. I do. It's not going to bring in any business. Prove me wrong. I'd love to see you prove me wrong. It's not that I hate. It's not like I'm a graphic hater. You know what I mean? It's not like I hate. It's not like graphics did anything to me except for not bringing any business. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about graphics. So graphics, D tier. Don't do them. It's not helping. It's just a waste of time, waste of money. If you're going to do one, do it as a carousel post. Make sure you're providing a ton of value. Make sure there's a good call to action at the end of the carousel post, and make it clean. Don't put a bunch of nonsense in it. You know what I mean? Some of these graphic posts are just, it's like it hurts my eyes. You know what I mean? I'm like, I need to put on my sunglasses. Video posts. We're going to put that in B tier. Video posts with you talking about what you do. A tier. It builds trust. Shows the community that you're proud of what you do. Like, hey, I do this. I'm proud of it. You know what I mean? Come get this work. Let's talk about stories. Stories we're gonna put in the A tier. Instagram stories are basically those little bubbles that live at the top of your home feed that are either a picture or a video, and they live up there for 24 hours. And they also live in a different place. When someone goes to your profile, around your profile picture, there's going to be a ring. If you posted a story, they can click on your profile picture and view that photo or that video. And that's live for 24 hours. Now, these stories can also be turned into highlights. Highlights, I'm also going to put in A tier. Reason being is these are pretty much kind of like the service pages of your website being your Instagram profile. Now, a lot of people do this a lot of different ways, but what I would recommend is that you would put reviews, testimonials, client wins, whatever you want to call it, the different services that you offer, put highlights. They're called highlights for a reason. You want to showcase your highs. And that's where you do it. It's basically your service pages. All right. Ooh, okay, this is a new one. This is Instagram Notes. These are also live for only 24 hours, and it's basically like a little thought bubble that you can put, and it appears next to your profile picture. They do put you top of mind when you're in the direct messaging. When you go over to the DMs, if you have a thought bubble, you will pop up, near the top of the DMs where the bubbles lie. I'll be honest, I never use these, but I will say, if you have like a sale going on, or if you have something important announcement for your business, it really is a pretty decent way to showcase that. Now, I would supplement that with both a story, a post, a reel as well. Thought bubbles, notes, and B tier. All right, engaging with other accounts. This is not going to get you any sales on its own, but it might warm up a potential lead if they're thinking about going with you, and you're liking and commenting and engaging on posts. It does show community. It does, show that you're a person in an active business. I would put that in the B tier. We're going to go B tier for engaging with other people's posts. Again, it's not going to bring any sales on its own, but it is an effective strategy to stay at the top of someone's notification feed. It's not going to be the difference maker. Let's talk about DMs. Now, a lot of people shy away from the DMs. I will say DMs without a strategy, I'm going to put that in C tier. If you have no strategy with your DMs, you might look needy. You might not know what to do. You need to have a strategy if you're going to go into the DMs. DMs with strategy, we're going all the way up at S tier. That is where the action happens. That's where you build relationships. You're a roofer and someone follows you and they're looking for a roof. You got to ask them about it in the DMs. That's where you make that connection, and you need to have a strategy with it. We're putting that in S tier. Having a lot of followers. This is an interesting one. I'm actually going to put this at B tier because a lot of people that don't understand social media just see bigger number and they assume, better off the bat. Just not the case. It's really not the case. Some people buy their followers. There's a lot of you. I see a lot of service-based business owners that are doing that. They'll spend money on all these bot followers, and then they'll do one of those graphic posts that we talked about earlier, and that graphic post gets like 3-4 likes. It's like, what are we talking about here? People can sniff that out. Maybe there are some people that can't sniff that out. That's why I'll put that at B tier. But we want to build a legitimate community with legitimate followers, legitimate following. Buying followers is smoke and mirrors. If you organically grow a bunch of followers, that's great. But again, it all depends, right? If you have viral videos that don't talk about what you do, or they're not talking about your business and they're just viral trends, like that's not going to bring you business. It might bring people into your funnel. They might check out your page. The people that watch it might be in North Dakota. They might be in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Okay, having a video go viral. You guys might think I'm crazy for this, but I'm only going to put this in B tier. Reason being is, if you're going to have a video go viral, I'm assuming it's probably, as a service-based business owner, it's probably some sort of trend, or you're providing a ton of value. In the second case, that's a lot better. If you're providing a lot of value and you're able to go viral, hey, good on you. That might actually be in the A tier. But if you're just doing a trend, we actually might put that in the C tier, which is why I averaged it out at B tier. Because if you have a video go viral, all right, a lot of the views are going to be from people that are in other towns other than Fort Collins, which is where, I'm talking to. Of course, this can apply to any business owner in any city, but specifically Fort Collins. If you have someone watching your video in LA, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, that's not your ideal customer. Who cares? So if you're trying to go viral, it's like, why? You know what I mean? Like, just so you could have some videos that have a lot of views on your page. I have videos that have a lot of views on my page. They're at the bottom of my page. You might think it's great. It's really not. It's not what it's cracked up to be. You know what I mean? That's this guy. He's done it a bunch, and he can't afford rent. So, all right, having a clean profile picture. We're gonna go A tier. You want it to be presentable. You don't want it to be, you know, a picture of the mountains or, you know, just like, unless you do something mountain related. But you know what I mean? Like, you want to have your logo presented in a clean format, or the business owner's face presented in a very clean format. Nice portrait shot. You know what I mean? Make it look nice. Make it look nice. Take some time. You know what I mean? This is your storefront. You know what I'm saying? Make it look good. Hashtags. D tier. If you are looking into, what hashtag should I use? If you're like debating, spending time on that, no, don't do that. Head of Instagram himself said they don't matter. Carousel posts, we're actually going to go B tier, but only if they're done right. You have to provide value. Again, like we talked about, make sure they're clean, make sure they're in relation to your business. Having a good bio, having a solid bio. Some of your bios, I will go to your bio and I'm wondering what you even do. Make sure that your customer knows exactly how you can help them in your bio. S tier. S tier. Bios are slept on. Bios are slept on in the business game. Make sure you put where you are. Especially if you're trying to get local leads, put where you are in your bio. I want to be very clear here. These things on their own, it's also hard to generate business that way. You need to have a system and a strategy with these S tier elements, with these A tier elements, to actually generate leads, which is what we do here at Dollar Movies. We implement custom systems for local businesses to help them generate, how you feel, local leads. And we do it well. So if you think that you can do this on your own, great, go for it. I wish you the absolute best. I hope that you crush it. If you want some help doing this, we can implement a system that will take your attention and turn it into paying customers. I hope you learned something. I hope you guys have a phenomenal day. Dollar Movies Classroom out here in the wilderness. Take care.